Happy New Year. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to be here with you today and share some of the things that I'm doing in the new year for myself, fitness wise, health wise, nutrition wise, everything. While I don't necessarily need a new year to start because this has already kind of been into effect, what I'm going to share with you today in this video, I'm going to be looking at my notes because we got a lot to cover and I'm going to try to do it in a short amount of time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you make sure you subscribe, leave comments. I love all that. I read them and I respond. And if you're not new here, welcome back. You know what's up. Hey, I'm sporting a new look here. So anyway, like, hey y'all. Okay, so first things first for myself, I have been trying to lose the same 10 pounds for a really long time. This year I said, okay, I weigh 155 pounds. I would love to be 145 pounds. And it is time to get that off. I went to the doctor recently and did like a full blood panel just to make sure that like my sugars and my thyroid and all that's working. I'm 40 years old, so we gotta do that. And all of my levels were normal. Everything checked out. I do, I'm like, listen, a couple points away, or not even a couple, close enough where I'm like, I do not want to be pre-diabetic. And the thing about that is I have already started to do things to rectify that before I even went to the doctor. So personally for me, my goals are to, what I started implementing in the new year is I am intermittent fasting. I do the 16/8 intermittent fasting. Sometimes I go a little longer. I'm gonna take that a little bit into 24-hour fast, like maybe every other week. We'll see how that goes, to lose the 10 pounds, to get more protein, and to make sure I'm at least drinking 64 ounces of water. And that's a half a gallon. I'm no longer, I won't even say no longer. I'm drinking, but not drinking. So I'm actually, I wouldn't even say necessarily on occasion. I'm going to say I have a girls' night out once a month. I will probably allot myself something for that. And then, you know, I'm going to play it by ear, but I don't really go anywhere, so I'm not worried about social drinking. So there's that. And then I also wanted to, while I'm trying to get more protein, find more protein from veggie sources. First is meat sources. I don't know what this is, but in the winter, I always feel more inclined towards eating vegetarian. And then in the summer, it's odd when you should want lighter foods. I crave more animal foods. This has been going on for like a couple of years and I don't know what to say about it, but I adhere to it. I eat more veggies than I eat anything else in the winter. So those are a few of the things that I'm implementing into my 2024 fitness and health goals. I started small. So I wanted to talk to you about like setting smart goals. And I think every now and then, like, we get into something new, into our fitness, and we tell ourselves like we're going from this window to the wall. We're gonna do it, we're gonna do it big, we're gonna start, and we're gonna do everything all at once. I implore you to start with your short-term goals, something that is attainable, something that you can do, something that you can touch and check off every day. For myself, I have that I want to not walk 10,000 steps. I want to try to walk 5,000 steps. I'm telling you, when I do my cardio at the gym, I'm already at like 5,000, 4,000 steps, 4,000 plus steps. So then it's not hard for me to get to 5,000 at the end of, by the end of the day, from just my normal walking around and doing other things. Or it's easy, but that's a short-term goal. I also, a short-term goal for me is to try to work out 3 to 4 times a week. You might have to start lower. You might have to say, I just want to move for 10 minutes or I want to do this, but start with a short-term tangible goal that you can actually get to. So that way you can pat yourself on the back. I like patting myself on the back every day. I'm a check off girl. Okay, so I want to check off things, and I want um, those things to be easy for me to do. I want to drink 64 ounces of water. I have a water cup. It's not a Stanley girl, but I got a water cup. And the water cup is 32 ounces. I fill it up in the morning. I fill it up again in the afternoon. And if I get a third one, that's a plus. But like I said, one of my short-term goals was 64 ounces of water. Not a gallon. Maybe in the future, but not a gallon. I just need to get in 64 ounces of water, and that's doable for me. So not only can you have short-term goals, and you actually should, you can make long-term goals if that's better for you. Like I said, I like to pat myself on the back. So some of my longer term goals are, one, to just be fit and healthy and happy, to get my inflammation down, which I've been doing. I'll talk about that like a little bit later, as well as just, to get to 145. We're gonna start with 5, then we'll get with the other 5. So short-term goal, 5 pounds. Long-term goal, it turns into 10 pounds, okay? Let's be realistic when we're setting our SMART goals for ourselves, and they'll look different for each of us. Okay, another important factor. Y'all gonna have to excuse me while I throw this hair. Another important factor in our fitness journey is choosing the right workout for you. And then there's gonna be one that's right for me. For me, okay, I can move around. I like to work out. For me, I do cardio. I start with a warm up before my workout, and then I like to do like a 30-minute cardio afterwards. I'll read a book. It works for me. Also, I do weight training. I do two upper body days. One is for like back, biceps, anyway, 2 upper body workouts. We won't get into that. 2 upper body workouts and 2 lower body workouts as well for the day. And if I'm feeling spicy, if there's another day, I'll do like an active rest day where I'll go for a walk outside, or I'll hit the Peloton and do that. I think my active rest day is just important, and I know that I actually do need to my phone is going off. My active rest day is important. I also use it for stretching, and also I try to stretch each and every day. The older you get, the more stretching you need to do. So make sure that you're getting your stretches in. Also, when I say working out and picking what's right for you, because you might not like to do cardio the way I like to do cardio. You might like to do HIIT exercises. In order to stay consistent, you absolutely need to find the workout that works best for you and get into the groove of it. Start with 1 day, start with 2 days, start figuring out. I've been doing this for a minute, so I know what works for me, and I know that I go upper body, lower body, active rest, upper body, lower body, and on the weekends, if I feel like doing something, I do. If I don't, I don't. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is to build a realistic nutritional plan for yourself. For me, I know myself. I was talking earlier about intermittent fasting, which I'll go into a little bit more detail about. I am doing intermittent fasting, which is a approach to health and wellness that you can do if you'd like to. I typically do it when I'm trying to reset my hormones, when I feel like my gut health is out of whack, when I'm feeling lethargic, like I don't have energy. It's a body feeling when I can tell. Sorry, I need to take my glasses off. It's a body feeling when I can tell that like I need to start fasting. It helps your insulin, it lowers your blood sugar. It's a great way to kind of reset your gut and your hormones. You need to, if you want to look up intermittent fasting, look it up on your own. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving you advice about what you need to do. That's on you. Go look for your own information. There's different times that you can fast, and I like the 16-8 method, which is you fast for 16 hours, you eat for 8 hours a day. So I start fasting at 8 p.m. I'm done with all food. I'm only drinking water after that. There's no alcohol. There's no other beverages that have calories. Maybe some teas, herbal teas, nothing that is going to like, your insulin level will start to drop as soon as you like had your meal. So your body's processing it. So like stop eating at 8, and then I start to eat again the next day at noon. A lot of people don't like to do that. They're like, I love breakfast, and I'm like, you know, you can eat breakfast at noon if you still like breakfast. I love breakfast, but I don't have to have breakfast. The things that I eat at breakfast are eggs and bacon, and typically I can throw bacon and eggs in a salad at noon. But I'm not like a big pancake, egg type person, like pancakes, all those things that people associate with like big breakfasts. I'm not like a big breakfast person. That is something that I'm implementing in my realistic nutritional plan. I can already tell when I do it how good my body starts to feel, and I can tell that like I start to actually lose that belly fat that's stubborn. So we're starting with some fasting, and I'm taking it very serious this time because like I said, 2024, new goals, we're doing the thing. I'm also going to incorporate more whole foods into my diet. I'm shopping the perimeter of the grocery store. I also learned something about myself. I bought one of those fruit trays, and like I typically just have fruit in a smoothie. I'm not like a buy an apple, chew into an apple person. I'm not that person. What I realized the other day, I ate all of that fruit in like 3 days. It was a large fruit tray. I ate all of that in 3 days because it was cut for me. I was like, that's what it's been all the time. I don't want to cut the fruit up, but I can't just, like I said, I just want to bite a whole apple. But the apple was cut up, strawberries, pineapples, all those things. I'm already a big veggie girl. So mainly for me, adding in more whole foods is eating things that are grown from earth and like removing processed foods, because I'm pretty sure that's why I have all this inflammation to begin with. Also, a goal for me is to get at least between 100 to 150 grams of protein. You're supposed to, they say, have protein for every pound of your body weight. I'm 155 pounds. I know myself. Protein is very hard for me to get in because it doesn't take very much to make me full, and I don't like to overindulge myself. So I say between 100 and 150 because we're setting realistic goals for ourselves, ones that we can stick to. Also, I like to keep around quick staples, quick things for me to eat. I keep around like a can of tuna, a can of sardines that I can like eat. I love dips, hummus, and I like I buy carrots and just quick foods that are easy for me to grab that are healthy. And I also love nuts and like trail mixes. Be careful with your trail mixes. I'm not a big sweets girl, so I don't eat trail mixes with a lot of like chocolates or things like that in them. I'm a pretty savory girl, so I think there's like a Santa Fe mix. I will measure those things out. And sometimes, like I said, I just put like a little in something and I eat it like that. And I want to do like meal prep, but not like on a large scale because I don't like to continuously eat the same things over and over. But I'm gonna make a couple meal prep videos with just a couple quick little meals that you can just eat when you don't feel like cooking at all. But think about for you what's a actual realistic nutritional plan that you can put together yourself that makes it easy. Stir fries, just quick veggies, making things ahead of time if that's good for you. I also like to like chop up like romaine for the week. So then all I have to do is just grab my salads. I pre-boil eggs. So I already have like 6 boiled eggs like in the fridge ready to go. I have just things that make it easy for me to go into my fitness goals. And I implore you to do the same. Okay, next, let's talk about our consistency and our habits. First of all, anytime you're starting anything, I need you to chat with yourself for a second. You're gonna have to be consistent. It's the only way you're gonna see results. And I'm talking to myself too, fairly, I'm okay with it. Where I know I fall off is the nutrition. So that's where we're starting in 2024. Because one, I need to eat. And two, I need to be watching what it is that I'm eating. I know that things come up. We have jobs, we have places to be, we have, by we, I mean y'all, children, pets, um, other obligations. But you have to make a commitment to yourself that you're going to show up for yourself no matter what. Because every now and then, in my head, I like to tell myself, like, oh, you know, you need to do this first before you go do this. And I'm like, wait a minute, realistically, my workout takes an hour. If I need to cut something off of it so that I can go ahead and meet other time requirements, I always have time. But things that keep me consistent and so I can build healthy habits is one, I have a few alarms set on my phone because not only is my habits for fitness a thing for me, my spiritual habits are a thing for me, my commitment to myself before I go out into the world is also a thing. So my first alarm, y'all, okay, so my first alarm is at 6:45 a.m. I used to be a 5:30 girl. Listen, the winter is calling for relaxation. Look at this fireplace. I just be wanting to relax. I'm sitting under the heater right now. 6:45 is open your eyes. I don't have anything to do except start establishing myself as waking up and being in my body and becoming aware of that God woke me up today. Hello. My second alarm goes off 15 minutes later at 7 a.m. and it's time for me to do devotion, and then I do my socials. So devotion for me is I read the Bible app. I write 3 things that I'm grateful for. This is also a part of my fitness and health things because mental health is a part of that. And then I set a timer for 10 minutes and I free write in my journal for 10 minutes. Sometimes I hit it twice because, baby, I be having things to say and I can't leave nothing up in here, baby, because if I leave it up in here, it's gonna come out in another way. So a good way for me to get out any feelings or emotions from the previous day, any doubts, any fears, any whatever, is I journal big time. And when I mean by socials, I don't mean scrolling social media. I own a nail salon. I go over there. I make posts of the girls' work. So it's like, this is social media work. And I might make a reels post or a shorts post, anything that has to do with social that is business related. I don't scroll first thing in the morning. I abhor you for your mental health to not do very much scrolling in the morning either. 7:30, unless that's your thing. I just don't like other people's thoughts and things and funnies or whatever is going on in the world to infiltrate this right here in the morning. 7:30, I get up and I start the day. And that means get up, scrape my tongue, brush my teeth, wash my face off, put on my workout clothes. And at 8 a.m., I'm out the door and I'm in the gym. Now, when I get to the gym, I am gonna check my DMs for that first little cardio warm up. I check my DMs and I chat with my friends and them little funnies before I hit my workout. That is a way that I keep myself on track when I'm building my habits. Another way to like build my habits, if I know like I'm having like a longer night, I'm gonna go ahead and like sit my workout clothes out. That makes it easy for me to pop up. I don't have to think about what I'm wearing. It's already sitting out. So I put that on so I can just go to the gym. I always have my water bottles filled up, my to-go water bottle. So it's easy for me to make these things a habit because the water bottle is always ready to go to the gym. The one that I take with me in the car is already ready. My 32 ounces there. My vitamins are already sitting out. There is no reason for me like not to do the things because all the things are like sitting right here for me already set up. Another way, I just make mornings easy for me because my morning, like I work out in the morning. I don't know what you would need to do in the evening. I'm not an evening girly, but in order to stay consistent and build habits, you need to make those habits easy for you. So maybe setting a few more alarms that give you leisure time to like wake up and not just have to go. Like I'm not a wake up and go girl. I want to do certain things before I wake up and I go out into the world. But it makes that so much easier for me if it's on a schedule. So I'm scheduled to work out every day by 8, and then if not by 8, at least by 9. But this is our first week on 8. I got there at 9. But it's still about building habits and finding ways to be consistent with yourself. Next, I want to talk about staying motivated. First of all, consistency, motivation, 2 different things. Both of them will get you where you need to go. Consistency, motivation, 2 different things. So building the habits and then actually motivating yourself to do the habits, meet in the middle to the goal, okay? Smart goals. So staying motivated is, something that's hard to do. I definitely have had I've definitely had like life things happen to me over the past few months. It's like Thanksgiving, Christmas. I had, people dealing with death around me and just a lot of things that were going on, as well as, my shop. I had people leave the shop. These are all things that can kind of like throw you off of doing your fitness, your goals, whether in anything. And one of the ways that I stay motivated is I like to remind myself of the end goal. I like to remind myself like what's going to happen when I do it. Even sometimes when I'm like filming videos and I'm getting set up, I'm a major procrastinator. I'm like, let me check the lighting. Let me see what this looks like. What do I want in the background? How do I want this pillow look? Procrastination. Okay, procrastination. Don't do that to yourself. Make sure that you are telling yourself your whys. And I find that that's the biggest motivation for me. I could name down all these tips to stay motivated, but the number one reason, the number one anything that anybody is going to stay motivated is when when you are making a commitment to yourself. That's the only way that you're going to actually do what you need to do. Remind yourself of your whys. Remind yourself of what it's going to feel like when you get there. This is all a part of manifesting too. Like, can you see yourself, your future self? Like, I know what I looked like at 145 pounds. So it's not hard to imagine myself there. I know what I looked like. I know what I felt like. I know how my clothes fit. I know like how good my body felt. I was able to like run faster. Like, I just remember the time and I like want to go there. So the biggest motivational tool that I use for myself to stay consistent with my goals, to stay consistent, not to be frigid and never, have you like, you're gonna want some chocolate. You're gonna want to have a cocktail. Like, those things might be things you want to do, but stay on track and like remind yourself. And like, even if you fall off, just remind yourself that you can get back on. But the biggest motivator that I can give you is to imagine yourself meeting the goal and how good that actually feels. I'm gonna wrap this up. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, and just I also want to check in with y'all and see what y'all are up to. Like, what's 2024 been treating you like? So I wanted to and I really hope that this video has been helpful for you as far as your fitness and health goals go for 2024. And I just wanted to kind of summarize like what we were talking about as far as like how we can get started and how we can stay consistent and like get to the end goal. One, don't forget to set your SMART goals, that you make realistic short-term goals and then you make realistic long-term goals. Don't tell yourself, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. Like, and you can, but let's start by making some small goals first, and then we get to the larger goal at the end. It's very important that you choose the workout that is best for you. We want to choose the right workout, because we know that if we're trying to do the workout that our best friend loves to do and we don't find anything joyful about it, that it's not going to work for us. We're not going to do it. We're going to quit. Make sure that you find something that you like to do, even if it's just walking. Walking is a wonderful workout. Please do the thing that like excites you. Like, Don't try to do what I do, because it's not going to, or you could if you wanted to, but make sure that it's something that you enjoy doing it so you can stay consistent. We're going to, number 3, build realistic nutritional plans. Meal prep. If you want to eat more whole foods, you know what to do. Don't start out saying, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be a vegetarian, then I'm going to go vegan. Then you're like, be realistic with yourself. Turn your nutritional plan into a smart plan. Like, I'm going to start by adding more of these green foods in, and then you start being like, I'm going to eat more seafood. Just start somewhere. Number 4, stay consistent with your habits, because it's going to be the best way that you can like even get to a fitness goal is by staying consistent. And like I said, we went through several ways that you can hold yourself accountable, whether it's filling up your water bottles late at night, putting out your clothes, setting your alarms, making sure that you're ready to go to your workout without it having to make it fit where it needs to go. And in order to stay motivated, just remember, that's number 5. Just remember your why, for why you want to make these new habits a part of your life. It could be to lose weight. It could be to get healthier. It could be to see a certain number on the scale. It could be anything you want it to be, but imagine yourself actually as that person. And that's our motivational tip. And yeah, like, I really want to know what you guys are doing in the new year. If you're even doing anything, did you start something before? Are you fasting? Are you adding in movement of any sort? I want to know. So make sure that you are subscribed, one, so we can chat, and then let me know in the comments if you've started any 2024 goals, or if you have any questions for me in regards to mine. I can only talk about fasting for like what I know from it so far, and I really do love it. But I want to know your fitness goals. Thank you so much for watching today. Make sure that you subscribe. Like I said, if you haven't already, if you're new here, tell a friend to tell a friend and come say what's up to your girl. And make sure that you leave some comments. And if you're not new here, what's up, y'all? Y'all like my hair? Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.